Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up on my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches? Testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 17, Hundo and Dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio. Let me just move this. I was adjusting something on the microphone, so hold on. Let me get that here, move that here, twist that here. How we doing, fam? What's a good word? Let's get some. I'm heating up. I'm already heating up. How are we doing? Smash the like button when you first come in. If you didn't yet, hit the like button, hit the share button, and make sure you spread the gains for today's episode. Oh, all the little things on the side are disappeared. And we're fixed. All right, so we're going to jump right into today's episode. We got a good nut to crack. I hope your new year is going well. Since December 30th, we had our Swole New Year party. And of course, yes, settle down. It is 2020 part 2, but the Swole fam has been crushing it. We'll jump into some of those awesome stories and stuff we got going on today. Yesterday and the day before, we've been releasing lots of content since the 30th. So we had our Swole New Year party. We released a lot of new content, talked about some of the stuff that's coming for 2021, major releases, and in the last couple days, been rolling that out as we discussed. So brand new Driving While Gaining is live. Let's get some applause. Catalina wine mixer. Let's get it all going. Yeah?
Fucking Catalina wine.
You know what I'm saying? So we have a brand new Driving While Gaining that's available for Swole fam members. Everyone that's a part of the Swole fam, no matter what membership you have, if you're unlimited member, if you're a Swole fam member, everyone's a Swole fam member. But inside Swole TV, you can enjoy the brand new Driving While Gaining. I hope you liked it, and stay tuned for more. So we got a new Swole Motion in there as well inside Swole TV, brand new Swole Motion vlog behind the scenes for Swole Mastery and such. We also have a brand new Driving While Gaining. So if you don't know, you just go in your main menu, you click on Swole TV, and boom, you can enjoy it. And that's inside Swolenormous X. And I hope you enjoy the brand new drop. Oh yeah, I hope you like that. I hope you love it. So let's get into the tip today. Let's jump in. Oh yeah, the brand new master classes. Thank you, Cerny. I appreciate it. Thank you. Gorillas muscle master classes are fire. I'm stoked. Glad you liked it. Let's see. Jeff, DWG was great. I wish I had that much energy or that much caffeine. Josh, DWG is the tits. Javon, DWG, hell yeah. Thank you, Eric. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So let me go around the horn. Let's see what's up. Who's watching today? Let's see. CG, what's going on? Booger Bubble, what's up? Never Too Late for Beauty. How are we doing? Destiny, hello. Your real name. Carb Maven, what's going on? How we doing? You got some unicorns in the comments. That means that Tessie needs to be busted out of the nut. Let's jump right into it. Let's get her out. She wants out. Put some respect on it. Drop a comment down below. What'd you smash today? Did you go to the fucking gym? Did you go to your garage? What did you work out? Drop in the comments. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Swole Slut. It is Swole Slut Saturday, as you know. And, lo and behold. Hi, Leo. Yep. Well, so much for New Year's resolutions, bro. So much for New Year's resolutions, bro. I told you, fam. I told you that New Year's resolutions don't work. Leo's still drinking like a... Ugh. All right. My goodness. All right. He won't stop. He just won't quit. We got a couple awesome stories to go through today, so let's jump right into it, fam. We got some Swole fam action.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
Oh, yeah. A little bit chilly. All right. So first one we got from Vincent. Let's see what we got going on.
What's in the box?
Vincent, fam-wise. Oh my goodness, we're just right into 2021. It's January the 2, January the dose. Vincenzo. Hey, Vincenzo. So I was talking to a coworker about me eating healthy and cutting fat. I'm already a small guy and I'm looking to see my abs and get shredded. He says that I'm gonna look like a Holocaust survivor. I find it funny that he is probably 35% body fat and trying to tell me how to live. Fuck average. I don't want to look good. I want to look great. All right. We are, well, you know we're into 2021. We got the New Year's resolutions, people, but there's a very important lesson to be learned here. Never take diet advice from someone fatter than you. How about that? How about dem apples? If someone's fatter than you, maybe you should question their knowledge base, their intent, even more important, their intent. All right, so here's the reality of it. Just because you might be a little bit big or a little bit skinnier doesn't mean you don't know what should happen. Doesn't mean you don't have information. But we like to look at, when we talk about fitness, when we talk about physique, when we talk about weight loss and weight gain, you want someone that actually practices what they preach. That's what I'm talking about here. This is about practicing what you preach. So you can have an overweight rocket scientist, you can have a skinny rocket scientist, but that you still need to know about the rockets. You need to know about rocket science when you talk about body mass and exercise and nutrition. And if you're not doing it, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do or give me advice? And right, advice are like assholes. Everyone has one. So, and they stink. most of them stink, or they all stink. So I was talking to a coworker about me eating healthy, cutting fat. Already a small guy, looking to get a little more leaned out. Vincent's looking to chisel it up a little bit. Chisel it up in the new year. Not a problem. He says you're going to look like a Holocaust survivor. So someone that's 35% body fat, in other words, you're obese, you're there. You're definitely seriously overweight. Remember the stats we talked about yesterday? 3/4 of the population are overweight or obese. I think it was 30% have a BMI of 25 to 30. Now BMI is different than body fat percentage. Obviously that's the percentage of your body mass that is fat. And that's high. 35% is high. Now, for the record, women for health, for ideal health and for ideal body composition, whatever that might be for you, is a little bit higher than men. So the way a dude would look at 18%, a woman would look similarly in terms of being lean or muscular. would look the same in the low 20s, okay? Because it's natural and it's healthy for women to hold a higher body fat percentage than men. And yeah, you get this a lot. You get this from people that don't want to make change. You get this from people that are jealous of where you're already at, because you're talking about, look, you're fat shaming, Vincent. You're fat shaming. You're being fat. Are you exposing your fat phobia, Vincent? I think Vincent's exposing. I don't know. I need to see some comments. What do you think? What do you think, fam? Sounds a little fat phobic to me. Vincent's already a small guy, but you're talking about how you want to see your abs and get shredded. What about your coworker? Your coworker feels so fat shamed. Your coworker thinks you're fat phobic now because you are prescribing to diet culture.
Come on, stop whining.
Me. Oh, me. All right. All right. This is from one of our mods, Christian. What's going on, Christian? How we doing? Happy Saturday, she writes. Got a great boxing workout done and a lovely shoulder opening yoga practice. I like it. From the yoga studio, done in the gorgeous Texas sunshine, endorphins, vitamin D, and nature equals healing energy and good health. Stay strong and focused, fam. You will achieve what you commit yourself to achieving. Let's get some bison gorillas. Wow. I love it. Excellent, Christian. How many of you got your vitamin D today? I know some of you are probably in freezing cold temperatures and you're like, I will not go outside for 5 seconds or my nips will be absolutely rock hard frozen. And you know what we say about rock hard nips. We're in favor.
He's heating up.
We're in favor. We're in favor of rock hard nips. You know that. This is the Daily Swole. We're in favor of that. However, not when you're doing yoga. You're not going to go do yoga when it's 30 degrees outside. So make sure you get your vitamin D, whether you have to supplement or not, but get as much sunshine as you can. And it's wonderful doing yoga outside. We do mobility on the porch all the time. Beautiful. Get outside if you can. Get outside if you can. Get in any amount of sun you can. Any amount of sun. Just get it done. Get in there. Get in there. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. So if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified. We got some great content coming up this week. It is the new year, of course. And on the Swolenormous channel, we got some more nuts on chin. We got some more forging pillars. So I'm really excited about some of the new releases there. And a reminder, again, to those of you that are watching or listening, make sure you follow the Daily Swole on YouTube and also Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you haven't, share the broadcast. If you want people to make change and you have people around you that are making change, share the broadcast. Let them bang their ear holes with your boy Papa. Let me drop some sack. Let me slap him some knowledge cock. I'll do it. You know I will. You fucking know I will. All right, let's take one more post from the Swole fam. This one's from Linda. And Linda writes, hello, mom, old mom. Oh, stop, old. No. No ageism here. Old mom. Oh, for shame. For shame. Hello, mom of 4 here. Years ago, after child number 3, I lost 63 pounds and then came child number 4. I have not been successful since, so my hubby and I are doing this together, 80 pounds. So does that mean you're doing this together? You're going to be losing 80 pounds together? I'm a little bit confused. So 80 pounds, you're trying to lose 80 pounds together, or you're trying to lose 80 pounds yourself, or is that a combined weight? Either way, welcome to the fam, Linda. Super stoked for you. That's one of the best things that you can do if you can. Look, that's why we're here in the Swole fam. That's why a lot of you are crushing it here inside X. But get people in your community. Why do you think the first pillar is community? It's your environment, who you're surrounding yourself with. If you have a person in your circle, in your family, like a husband, if your significant other, your partner, whether it's a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, your roommate, if the people, especially, if you don't have good people around you, that's why, look, the Swole fam is here and we're digital. We're real people though. That's what a lot of people don't fucking remember. We're real fucking people. I exist. I'm a real person. I'm a real boy. And so are all of you. Right now I see names on the screen. I see avatars, but I've talked to many of you. All right. I mean, we've done, we go so deep inside the Swole fam. And what you don't get in the real world, oftentimes, that's why we're so strong. And that's why it's so important to have a community like this. Now, hello, real people. Hi, Papa. Hello, Interpret. How we doing? But if you have that in real life, if you can do and double up, you can have this kind of navigation, North Star, being a part of the Swole fam, and you have a significant other, someone in your circle, that even doubles up. That completely amplifies. That's exponential. And if you can do that, if you can lock in, I've talked against, in some cases, training partners, because a training partner could be a hindrance. At the same time, a training partner or someone who's an accountability partner, as much as a training partner could be a downside to you with your training, if you depend on them and if you lean on them, it can also be one of the best things to push you to that next level. A training partner, for example, and I'm just using this as an example to segue into that other topic. As much as a training partner could be a hindrance, it's how you use it. It's just a tool. It's a strategy. If you have a training partner might get you to the gym or get you to your workout when you otherwise would have skipped. Okay. You just don't want to rely on a training partner. Use that as a tool, but that is something that enhances. That is something that pushes you to that next level, but it doesn't bring you back. You have to make sure that you don't allow someone else's excuses to drag you down. And that's the difference between a good training partner and a bad training partner. So we're going deep. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming. Oliver, I remember talking on the phone with you about 3 years ago before work. You are real as fuck, and so are you, fam. Much love. I can't wait to talk to a lot more of you. We got a lot of stuff coming in 2021. We talked about that during the Swole New Year party. Got a real cool thing that we're launching soon. So I will be keeping you up to date. So you'll be hearing from me, fam. I'm stoked. Big year. Amanda, Papa's like the ghost of gains past for me right now. Swole slut. Aww.
Yow.
Ooh, my training partner licks my face when I try to do yoga. Amy, come on. Let him do his yoga, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. Give my man a break. My man's trying to do some mobility work. Fucking pillar 5. Women. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, some knowledge cock. Let's get into some questions. Let's get into some questions here. Remember, if you want your question featured on the show, #AskPapaSwolio, and to be featured on the Swolenormous Instagram page. I ask a lot of questions there. You could drop it there, or you can drop it down below right now. Is this a good question? Interpret, do you think having strong vocabulary could be helpful in my job financial wise? Thanks. For sure. Absolutely. Depends on what the job is. Of course, more knowledge and information. Sure. Keep reading, keep learning. Vocabulary is always important. It's communication, right? It's your ability to communicate. Absolutely. The better you are at communicating. Now, communicating is not all about words, but being able to deliver the information and your intent and to communicate the topics and the subject vibrantly and effectively and efficiently. Absolutely. I mean, vocabulary, that's a great topic, even for things like copywriting. For those of you that have online businesses and do marketing or emails, even posting on Instagram, captions in below every video or every post, whether you have a blog and stuff like that. So even if you do Twitter is copywriting. TikTok captions are copywriting. It's all copywriting. So let's see what's going on here. Car Maven, Papa Swolio, does Papa Swolio, does Papa Swolio help you work out? She gets nervous sometimes when I'm grunting and yelling. She'll curl up in the corner. Usually she'll be if she's on the porch and I'm doing stuff, she'll sit there and she'll be fine. When I'm doing yoga, she's all over me. She'll jump all over you. She'll get all over you, all up in your shit. When you're doing yoga, do some downward dog or child's pose. She'll come over and lay under your armpit. So helps or hinders, or she assists. She's a spotter. She's a good spotter. Hey, Heather, got my Swole card today. 1685. Yeah. Nice. Nice. What's up, Nolan? Papa, are heavy deadlifts with no belt safe if you control your core? Controlling your core. I don't really know what that means. But deadlifts, heavy deadlifts, depends on what heavy is. 300 to 400 pounds. That's not relevant. Legit. Like that weight, is that heavy for you? So that's heavy, but absolute weight, that's 300 or 400 pounds. So for example, if you take someone that deadlifts 700 pounds, they can go over there and they can rip 300 like it's no joke. I usually don't for my I would for my heavier sets. I would use a belt. I usually don't use a belt. I usually try not to push myself past where I would need a belt. Belts are effective and efficient at higher weights. I'm not a big fan of wearing them for sub-max or lower volume sets, warm-up sets and such. But it depends. It depends. You still need good form. The big misconception is that belts, if I put a belt on, I'm safe and protected. You could still hurt your back with a belt on. But when you wear a belt, you can actually create more pressure, and you can actually create more force because you're able to push, right? You're able to push and you have that tension that a belt provides. But if it's your heaviest sets are 475. I would use it for your heavier sets. Just use it for your heavier sets. I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, you don't need a belt. Don't use a belt. So if you're controlling your core, if you're heavy, you said heaviest sets, usually 475, a set of what? Like 475 is a max, or 475 for 10 reps. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on, I would say, what percentage of your 1 rep max, or what kind of range you're working at. So for example, let's say I'm going to do working sets. Let's say I'm going to do working sets of 315 for like 10 repetitions, 15 repetitions, or something like that, or whatever it is. If I'm warming up 135, 225, I'm not going to use a belt. But at the same time, once you start working up and start getting into those heavier sets, when you're actually going to be using a belt for your heaviest sets, you can start kind of like working that in there. So safe is relative, because if you do a set without a belt and you don't get hurt, it's safe. Well, maybe you kind of tweaked something, you didn't really feel it. Maybe your form was compromised. So it's only safe if you don't get hurt. That's how we perceive it. I didn't get hurt. I felt good. I pulled it. It's good. The problem with form is making sure that you're staying within making sure your form is on point, because when you keep on going up in weight, just keep an eye on your form, because it's very easy for form to slowly just crumble over time. It can slowly kind of degrade without you realizing it. So safe is relative. I would use it. I would only personally recommend belts for the heaviest sets, or sets to absolute failure. So again, it's kind of like a vague way to say it. I would have to see your form. I would have to, like, for me to be like, using a belt, but that's how I do it. That's how I would do it. I would wear a belt for my heaviest sets. And that's a vague kind of thing to say, but for my heaviest sets, like what I determine as a heavy set of deadlifts would be something lower repetitions, 4 to 8 repetitions. And of course, to failure, you could do a set of 10 deadlifts you're pushing it. So you can definitely wear a belt or something like that for that rep range. But for my heaviest or maxed out sets, that's what I do. Let's see. Have you ever seen, or at least heard of the ungodly show called My 600 Pound Life? I have heard of it. I have not watched it because it looks absolutely ridiculous. You can almost see My 600 Pound Life when you just go to Walmart if you want to see it live. They film it live at Walmart every day.
Matt Damon.
Just go to Walmart. Live filming of My 600 Pound Life. Have I ever eaten Indian food? I have. What do I think about? I don't really know enough about Indian food, to be honest. I really don't know. I remember it was like a lot of sauces. It was a lot of like wet. That was my experience. I can't say I've ever had authentic. I know it's spicy. I know Indian food is spicy as hell, or a lot of people like it spicy. Ooh, 1,000-pound sisters right now. I saw something like that on TikTok, I think. I think it was some kind of clip on TikTok of 1,000-pound sisters. And one of them was, I think they were it was just a conversation with a doctor, I believe it was. And they were both in a room. And I think it was 1,000-pound sisters. And one of them asked if they drank any water, or the doctor asked if they drank any water. And the girl's face, one of them was like,
Yeah.
she doesn't drink any water, but she drinks like a gallon of diet soda a day or something. Literally looked, the look on this girl's face was, oh my God, how would I drink water? Yeah, that's the sad part. Teddy says one had extra fat on her forehead. You could barely see their eyes because her face was so puffy and swollen. Looked like manatees. It was awful. Really, really, really sickening. We got a question here we got a very important question here from Rev Snow on Instagram. Are mullets okay? We got mixed on this one. We got some mixed feedback on that. We got some boos.
How dare you?
Are mullets okay? I mean, I need some context, Rev. I need some context. Papa needs some context. Are they okay? Yeah. Like full-blown Joe Dirt? Business in the front, party in the back? Are they okay? I'll pose this to all of you. Fam. What do you think? Are mullets okay? That's a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question. Are they okay? Yes and yes, you just have to own that shit. Well, you gotta be professional about it. You have to own it. You have to, if you're gonna go mullet, listen, if you're gonna go mullet, you gotta go like unibrow dude. That guy in the NBA that has that horrific unibrow that makes me throw up when I see his face. You have to go in. You have to own it. You have to be like, you know what? That's me. I am this person. Accept me. Accept me exactly the way I am. You had one back in the day. Really? Some people can pull it off. Some people can. Depends on the person. Hell no. Anthony Davis. The unibrow, that's tough. That's tough. AC Slater pulled it off because he had the curly hair mullet. Yeah, that was intense. Yeah, it was like big and fluffy and curly and shiny. All right, we got another question from 950. 9 text 9 and the number 9, 50 and the number 50. 995050. Okay. All right. Interesting name. Let's see. How can I set realistic lifting goals for 2021? For example, increase bench by blank pounds. Well, that's one of the ways to set proper goals is to set realistic goals. You want to get specific. All right. And there's that classic way to determine goals. You probably heard this, right? SMART, the SMART system for setting goals. S is what? Specific. M is measurable. A is attainable. R is realistic. And T is time-based. So there's a couple good lessons and things that you can start off with, because I couldn't tell you, how do I set realistic goals? Well, you can start by, how you increasing your bench. You want to set something that it doesn't have to be what I would say for some of those strength goals. I would say it's not going to be something, by the end of the year. The problem, I hated SMART goals. I know, but you learn, there's some good concepts there. There's some good concepts. I hate SMART goals. Yeah, acronyms kind of cheesy. However, it is accurate. The most important things there are realistic, measurable, of course, but also time bound. You need to have some fire under your ass. So here's what's going to happen. Here's another problem with New Year's resolution. Another problem with, I want to do this in 2021. Listen, 2020 was long as fuck. 2021, they're all the same length. 2021 is long. So if you're like, I want to gain this one, I want to do this, there's just so much time. It's so like, there's so much fluff. There's so much, there's no fire under your ass. So my recommendation is going to be set those realistic goals. Like, for example, you want to increase your bench by 10 pounds in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that. Okay. You want to increase your bench by 10 pounds. And then if you crushed it, like use the first couple, if you're not sure exactly of your type of progress, because progress with benching, for example, is not linear. If you're new to benching, your strength is going to increase very quickly, but then it's going to plateau off. You're not just going to get stronger exponentially. So set smaller goals, set a large goal, and then you want to break it up. You want to break it up into smaller segments, but make sure that you have goals and checkpoints throughout the year. So something at the end of this month or at the end of this week. And that's how you set proper habits, small habits day to day. And that's why the 7 pillars are so important, because you set those small daily habits, you execute on each of those pillars, and you move in that direction. So your training, for example, if your goals are strength, you said, for example, increase bench by blank pounds. That's not the only way. You can measure that. You can definitely measure that. So it's about setting that goal, that initial goal, because if you want to gain, let's say you want to gain strength, I want to lift 50 pounds more. Well, you're going to have to lift 1 pound more, and then 5 pounds more, and then 10 pounds more. So it's very important to set those smaller goals. You can have sub goals, right? You can have goals that lead you towards that one. And if you're ahead of your curve and if you're ahead of the pace, you can challenge yourself a little bit more. Same thing goes with muscle or body weight goals in terms of gaining, or fat loss, weight loss goals. You want to set those smaller incremental goals. So it's a little bit different when we talk about, oh, what's healthy in terms of gaining weight or losing weight? Okay, it's losing 1 to 2 pounds of weight per week or 1 to 2 pounds of fat per week. Okay. But we know when you start losing weight really quickly or at the beginning of a journey, you have a lot of fat to lose, you might lose 5 pounds in a week or 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks. But then that's going to flatten off. You think it's just going to, it's not a linear, it's not just like, hey, the less you eat and the more you lose, it's going to slow down. You're going to hit those plateaus. You're going to have those off points. Maybe you get sick, maybe you get injured, and then you're not training. So it might change your dates, but don't be afraid to change those deadlines. Don't be afraid to change those goals and shorten them. If you see, hey, I'm going to crush that by the end of this year, make it more aggressive. Because if you have goals that are just too, hey, I want to gain 10 pounds in the next 5 years. I'm just saying, or I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 5 years. That's not proper management of that goal. 10 pounds can be lost in a fraction of that time. So it's not challenging enough. Your goals need to be challenging, but not insurmountable. It doesn't mean you don't shoot for the stars and you don't try to be aggressive, but you also want to set goals that you can actually achieve. You can have lofty goals. You can have dreams. You can dream big. Great. But you still have to be practical and fucking execute the things that are going to get you to that point. Doesn't mean you can't try, but being unrealistic is going to, like, I want to look like a supermodel. It's like, you can always make more aggressive goals. You can always build those goals and make them more challenging. I think that's another thing that people don't understand is you can change those. You can manipulate. That's why a resolution, you set this goal is, cut and dry. I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to start to, all those other habits, all those other systems, all those other processes just get ignored and you'll get pulled back into the deep. It's all about those habits. So don't be afraid to change and adjust and adapt your goal. And make it more aggressive. Actually increase it. Oh my God, I failed. Oh, I set it too short. Fine, make it more challenging. Or if it's just unrealistic, because if you're trying to lose or gain in terms of strength, let's say 5 pounds on the bench. Let's just say every month, and then you only gain 2 pounds, and then 3 pounds the next month, and then 1 pound, and then 0 pounds, and then 2 pounds. You're getting stronger. You might need better programming, better nutrition, all those other aspects of training. But if your goal has been 5, 5, 5, and you don't adjust those goals, maybe it's not realistic for where you are, then you get discouraged and you're more likely to quit. So if you set a goal that's not lighting that fire under your ass, if there's no deadline, or it's not challenging, you're going to be uninspired and you're more likely to fall off that. You need purpose for it. Anyway, what are your thoughts? You can add some more stuff to that. Just trying to talk around it because she just gave an example. There wasn't anything really tangible there. How can I set realistic? There's different lifting goals. If it's just about strength or it's lifting goals. So I kind of try to take it a little bit different direction. So it's not just strength gains, for example. Trying to be a lady. I didn't even ask, but this feels directed at me. My mind thinks I'm in way better shape than I am. In what way? In a bad way? My mind thinks I'm way more in shape. Just baby steps, right? Setting those habits. Darrell, my 4-year-old Dorian keeps asking, are you Thor? He's asking, where's your hammer? Oh, I got it close by. Maybe he'll make an appearance. Let's see. Cam, hey Papa, what would you recommend as an exercise to really target the lower lats? Good question. So for great lat development, wide grip pull-ups are standard, but to really get the lower portions of it, you could try levers. If you're on a bar, you can do you can do pull downs. Straight arm pull downs are fantastic. You can change the angle. But one of my favorites for lower lats is these were Papa Swolio rows. Remember, that was done in the gym. The Papa Swolio rows. I love doing the kneeling off the edge of the bench to really get that stretch. What you can also do is a high cable row. If you have a cable machine, you can also do this with bands if you have a high anchor point, but it's hard to get that stretch when you are kind of sitting like a cable row, but your feet are a little bit higher and you're pulling from a high point. And one of the things with pulling from a higher point and kind of getting that round at the top when your arms are in that fully extended is when you get that, and try doing this when you're doing your lat pull downs or you're doing your, from a lower position, you're doing like a high angle cable row. Make sure you get that rounded position at full extension. Just gotta be careful from your back, and it depends on, make sure you suck your stomach in and try to round your lower back when you're getting that full extension. Even with the straight arm pull downs, round your back at the top, lean into it and round your back, because when your lower back is rounded, as we'll get into, I kind of talked about this a little bit in one of the muscle master classes. We'll talk about it when we do the latissimus dorsi one, but the attachment points, the origins of the lats on the posterior portions of the pelvis, you're really going to get that stretch with the bottom part. Now, everyone's got different origins and insertions. That's one thing that is genetic. People have different origins and insertions. Some people have longer and thicker and fuller muscle belly. Some people have shorter and there's more tendon. So the shape of your muscle and the way it's going to look when it's fully developed, which is why when you see professional bodybuilders, even when they take anabolics and everything, growth hormone, everything under the sun, not everyone's insertions look the same. So you could train like a maniac, you can diet perfectly, and you still might never win, for example, Mr. Olympia, just because your natural insertions and things that you can't change with your muscles is just not ideal aesthetically to win the title, for example. So that's always something you can't change, which can be frustrating. But the lower lats for sure, meaning getting more towards that just full extension, getting full stretch. So try doing that when you're at your fully extended portion, when your lats are fully stretched. Try giving that little round in the lower back. Even when you're doing pull-ups, you could do pull-ups with your knees tucked in hip flexion. That'll help keep your lower back a little bit more flexed and get more stretch. So we got a lot of stuff. The Papa Swolio rows are great for that because you can do a kneeling row, pull down with one arm. You can get a really good stretch and round your back at the top to get that full stretch. Nasty. Caroline, good question. Hey, Papa, random question from a newbie. What's up, noob? What helps you overcome fear of failing a goal? That's a good question. Well, you're not going to succeed without failing. So I guess the expectation of failure would be the best answer for you. I mean, you're going to fail many times to get to a goal. That's just finally when you succeed. So you fail, everyone does this. You fail your way to success. You ever hear the phrase, all these phrases and cliches, you win some, lose some? Yeah. Just people that are overall successful play more games and they win more than they lose overall. So if you know that you're going to fail, no one cares. A lot of people are afraid to fail because they think that someone else is going to judge them based on their failure. And maybe they will, but who cares what they think? I think it just comes down to giving a fuck what other people think in that sense. It doesn't define you. You just did something and it didn't work. Okay. So do something else. Fail your way to success. I have that on the wall. And that's a popular quote. Fail faster. Fail faster. There's a big thing that when I think about, for example, creating content, building out different aspects of Swolenormous X and all these different things. You release things. You release and you execute before you feel like you're ready. Put shit out. Put your rough draft out there. Get feedback. Expose yourself. Stick your neck out. Stick your neck out. You have to expose yourself. People wait. A lot of people they procrastinate because they're trying to make shit fucking perfect. Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. You want to put something out there, get that kind of feedback, test the waters, and then you smell the blood, then you go ham. But you're going to fail. You're absolutely going to fail. You're going to do a lot of stuff that doesn't work. And that's kind of vague too. What helps you overcome a fear of failing a goal? I think it's a little bit more contextual than that, but at the same time, you're going to fail. Now that doesn't mean that's a dangerous way to think. Like, I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. I'm not saying you're going to fail, that you're not going to be successful. That's different. You never fucking give up. You keep on going and pushing and pushing. But in other words, don't have expectations. If you have expectations like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to succeed. Okay. Like, you're going to do it until you succeed. That's what you're saying. You never give up. Because a lot of people that are famous throughout history or have had major success, they failed over and over and over again. They failed until they succeeded. And what's different than succeeding versus succeeding is a goal. You hit your goal, hey, it's a success. And that's still vague. I think the biggest problem, and this is why the Swole New Year party was so amazing, because we went over hundreds of success stories of what people have crushed in 2020. And we went over everyone's, like, a lot of people's goals in 2021. But when you see the success, when you see what it means for someone to succeed, you realize, oh, everyone's success looks different. Everyone's success looks different. What's successful to you might not be successful to the next person, because they don't want what you want, because they don't have your life. They don't have your desires and your passions and your interests. So it's relative. Success is relative. So if you're modeling your success, if you're modeling what you want, Caroline, like when your goal or your success, if you're modeling that against someone else's idea of success, that's the fundamental fucking problem, because you're comparing your success based on what someone else quantifies it as. In other words, you're worrying about what someone else would value your achievement. Annika, isn't there a martial arts quote along the lines of, a master has fallen and failed more times than their apprentice? Probably. It sounds Confucius say. I think that was in a fortune cookie.
Yow. Come on, man.
Let's see. Cam, Papa Swole, thanks for the reply. Been tearing through the 7 pillars as being a student of philosophy. There seems to be a bit of Stoic style to that content. Are you a fan of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius? I am. I haven't gone through, like, I am. I kind of dabble. I dabble. I'm a big fan. It's a great thing to pull from. Stoicism it's a great mindset. Right? Just let that shit wash over you. Don't get too excited. Don't get too bummed out. things are the way they are type of thing. I'm not an expert by any means, but we're not the first people on this planet. That's the kind of stuff that reminds you, oh, they just didn't have iPhones. Oh, they just didn't have TV. You see, when you start reading, I love philosophy. I love it. There's a great, it's heavy, it's deep. There's a great podcast. Philosophize This is a great podcast. Do any of you listen to that? I'm sure some of you probably have come across it. Podcasts are fantastic. I love listening to podcasts. I listen to Sauna, when I'm walking Papa Swolio and all that kind of stuff. That's a great podcast if you want to, that's a lot on like the history of philosophy, but it goes through all the, the history, little snippets. Every episode is like a little bit of like a history. So if you're interested in learning more about the history of philosophy, and every episode is kind of like a different person going through their process. So it's cool. It's like a nice look back through history. Let's see here. All right. Let's take one more. Let's take one more question, and then we'll get into, got a couple more Swole fan posts, got some Duke posts as well. So let's see. We got one more. Jordan Towner B on Instagram. Papa Swolio, do you think New Year's resolutions are a good thing so long as it's a lifestyle change, not just a temporary one? Well, I'm going to rephrase this. I don't think you should be making a New Year's resolution anyway. I think you should just throw that out. So if you throw out the NYR, you're making a lifestyle change. So just take that section where right here where it says lifestyle change. That's it. Lifestyle change. The podcast is Philosophize This. It's literally called that. Philosophize This. It's a good podcast. So, do I think New Year's resolutions? I mean, seriously, if you're making a lifestyle change on January 1st, it's just a name on a calendar. It's just a date on a calendar. It doesn't mean anything. It means what you make it. I mean, fine. Like if you want to sit there, look, I'm just saying, if you sit there and be like, my New Year's resolution, oh, shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, because you're going to look back in March and say, my New Year's resolution, oh, quiet, Josephine. Yeah, I've read Meditations. I recommend everyone read it. I've read a lot of books about it too. It's a heavy read. No, it's good. There's also great audiobooks about meditations. What I was saying is I haven't read it in a while, but I have it on my Kindle. It's one of those things I pop open. Phil, how about a new life resolution? I just don't think that using that terminology, New Year's resolution, because when you get into the later months, when you get into like a couple weeks through, you forget about it. There's nothing attaching you to it. It's not futuristic. It's in the past. You're living in the past. Lifestyle change. I just don't like the phrasing of it. Do I think New Year's resolution? You said New Year's resolution. Fuck resolutions. That's why we have the F Your Resolution special going on right now for Swole fan members. So if you're making a lifestyle change, make yourself a lifestyle change. Make yourself a lifestyle change and do it. So for any of you that are trying to set goals, want to be a little bit more stable, adapt some of the Stoic philosophy, get into more of that mindset, now's the time to do it. Get yourself Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Check it out. It is a shorter read, but you can also check out those different podcasts if you're interested in just educating yourself on various historical figures and styles of philosophy. It's just a nice background listen, but it's definitely a more deeper podcast. But Philosophize This is excellent. When is that podcast airing? Just go, I keep saying, just go listen to it. Type it in your podcast app. Everyone's like, where is it? It's called Philosophize This. You type it in and it'll pop up. Where is that podcast airing? It doesn't air. This is on. Go download. It's not my podcast. Go check it out. All right. You're all awesome. I love it. I love it. John, everyone loves results and that's cool, but when you reach a goal, you develop and learn things about yourself you didn't know before, and that's the best part. I agree. There's that one of the things that goals, when you say fuck your goals, understand that this doesn't end, right? Understand this process doesn't end. You're always learning, you're always developing, because once you get to that PR or you get to that weight loss goal, that's why we always talk about it. That's why it's 7 pillars. That's why we always talk about the 7 pillars: community, nutrition, training, recovery, mobility, mindfulness, and consistency. So that being the case, that's your goal. That's your goal. Your goal is daily. Those are the things that you can implement every single day. And guess what happens when you nail the 7 pillars every day, 7 days a week, and then you do it every week for a month and every month for a year? You think if you take care of your environment, you delete shitty fucking people, right? You delete shitty fucking people. You stop listening to shitty podcasts. You start listening to better podcasts. You get rid of Netflix or garbage that wastes your time. You start reading more books, or you watch more documentaries. Like, you're filling yourself with information. You surround yourself with more inspiring people. You join the Swole fam. You watch the Daily Swole. You don't watch the Daily Swole. You go make your environment. You have an organized room. You mow your fucking lawn. Jordan Peterson famously says, clean your room. Yeah, we say mow your fucking lawn, delete, unfollow, get rid of people, making sure that your environment, your space, your head, it's all part of it. I know this isn't mindfulness, the first pillar. It's all upstairs, right? But what you surround yourself with, the people, the content, everything, your nutrition, your food quality and quantity, but food quality, training, making sure that you have an actual direction. You know what you're doing. You're training for the outcome that you want to achieve, proper periodization, program design, recovery, sleep, hydration, yoga, meditation, program design, all that kind of wraps into recovery, mental and physical recovery, mobility, yoga, Swollen 7, mobility, Swolga, all that type of rotation, different planes of motion, active recovery and such. Mindfulness, meditation, brain gains, and then doing that consistently. So think about doing that every day for a year. Where do you go? That's the foundation for you building strength. That's the foundation for you losing weight. Because if you want to lose weight, great. You're eating a little bit differently. You're maybe eating less calories than someone who wants to gain. So then maybe you're eating, that could be the difference. Okay, you're eating the same food, plus or minus 1,000 calories. Training. Well, if you're trying to be right, there's a couple things in there that change. Your recovery doesn't change, or maybe you have a little bit more focus on recovery depending on the intensity of your activity, but things adjust around that. It fits all your goals. So it's about doing stuff every day. Every day. Every day. All right. So let's take we got another, let's see what we got here. Got another post. We got a couple good ones. We got one from Beverly inside the Swole fam. Well, first off, we'll take a pause here. Where'd my balls deep go? My video didn't play. This is unacceptable. There we go. That's deep. Come on, I can't go deep without the little emoji. Can't go deep. All right, let's see. Beverly, Happy New Year. I am severely out of shape trying the chair yoga. What other programs are good to get started? I love the philosophy and support here. Jeez, I feel like we get on these topics and then like these posts that are pulled. This is perfect. I love the philosophy and support here. I may never be buff, but I can be better. You absolutely can be. Good for you. Welcome, welcome. The chair yoga is fantastic. You could ramp into and go into the express yoga. I would also, Beverly, I would recommend doing the Swole Mastery or the 90-day dash. Okay. Swole Mastery is fantastic. It requires zero equipment, especially the foundation. Start with Swole Mastery Foundation or the primer week of the 90-day dash. So I'm sure a lot of you already commented down below under her post. This is from the private Facebook group, but make sure you go and comment there as well. Give that a look-see and let her know if she's not checking out the podcast right now. Maybe she's not checking out the Mancast, but if she is, Beverly, those are the best places to start. How many of you have jumped into Swole Mastery a little bit? How many of you jumped into that? How many? How many of you have checked out Swole Mastery and started that already or plans to start that? Darrell, what up? Papa Swole, you helped me lose 68 pounds from your earlier YouTube. I am grateful for you. Dude, my brother, I am grateful for you as well. That's fucking awesome. Couple Hadoukens for you, my dude. 68 pounds. Fucking hell yeah. From my earlier YouTube, from the early sack. That early sack. That's fantastic, dude. Makes me smile. Feel like also my body's like, my body, today was like a recovery day for me. So I'm going hard tomorrow. My body, like, I just got like a twitch. Like, you must pump today. It's like, no. Save it for tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow. All right. Let's see. Fantastic. Let's see. Sarah, I saw you. Sarah, I saw you watched all the videos. I watched all the videos. I have Swole Mastery Foundation is great. Excellent. I'm so glad. Excellent. I know a lot of you are probably going to be dipping into that. So remember, if you're brand new to training or you're kind of like doing recovery, there's no harm in trying. You can try each one. You can start each one and see where you like to progress. But if you're more a beginner, you want to really work on mobility, you want to work on activation, stabilization, balance, and such. Balance really gets pushed in acceleration and expansion. So definitely start with foundation. Also a great warm up too. It's a great warm up. You're going to see a lot of like crossover to like, oh, I could use a foundation as a warm up for doing like, you could literally do a round of foundation. For example, even if you're into swole season or scorched earth, you could try that total foundation and be like, wow, I feel loose. I feel warmed up. It's a nice warm up. It's a nice morning routine as well. So you might find that's what I'm looking at in terms of Swole Master. You're going to find a lot of other uses for the sessions too, especially in that foundation phase. Bum, 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 bum. That's great, Malka. Fantastic. Good for you. Genevieve's on Facebook. Tell her her new morning flow is awesome. Nice. You're trying to ameliorate short-term or working memory. Yeah, get in those healthy fats. Sleep is one of the most important things for memory. One of the most important things, if not the most important thing. Quality sleep. Healthy fats too, sunlight, organ meats, just a healthy diet, healthy nutrition. But sleep is so important for memory. Foundation for warm up for swole season. Yeah, I really do think it'd be a great thing for a warm up. It'd be a great like warm up because you do a lot of side bends and twists and rotation. I definitely recommend it. Okay, so we're in balls deep. Let's get into, we got one more. Oh, CJ, we got a post. Might have to skip out, might not be able to get into some crap post tomorrow. So we'll probably get into that this week. Happy New Year, fam. I hit my weight loss goals this year, 155 pounds. There is a 100-pound difference between these photos and a lot of hard work. Thanks to all of you and Papa Swole for keeping my head in the game, especially when I wanted to quit, and especially now as I'm trying to recover from COVID. I'm nowhere near done. I want a more rounded fitness lifestyle, and Swolenormous X has all the tools I need now to just get over the vid and execute. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, CJ. Fantastic. 100 pounds difference in that post inside the private group. It's unreal. Absolutely unreal. Unreal. We got one from Pedro. What it is, Swole fam. this year has provided us with a catalyst for growth beyond just physical capabilities. It has forced mental growth or regression. We have all had successes and failures of sorts. It's okay. We all run, we stumble, we fall. But after getting my ass beat in 2020 like a drum, I have to trust the process to make me stronger in all ways. Now I feel I can say 2021 may be my best year yet. How about you? What are you willing to do to make your goals come true? My 1-year anniversary is on January 2nd as an unlimited member, and it has been one of the best investments in my life. I didn't get a new iPhone or an Xbox this year, but I invested in equipment and Swolenormous X, and I have tons of return on that investment. This community has been integral to mental and physical success, and I cannot thank you enough. The training has been on point from the Rona in January and injured in February to now being able to do my first ever wall stand push-up. My nutrition knowledge and recognizing food reactions has been eye-opening. My mobility has grown tremendously instead of being a rigid muscle pile. Recovery and mental gains have been challenging like no other, but I recognize that the pillars require daily work, and therein lies the ultimate point. Nothing works unless you do. Nothing works unless you can be consistent. Let's make it happen. Thank you to Papa Swolio and peeps like Phil, Jessica, Renarius, Judith, Kashina, and too many else to write a Stephen King novel of laughs and gains of pain. Cheers to you all. 2020 was a foundational year with the 90-day dash, Swole season, and Scorched Earth coming to an end. Time to earn that elite Swole privilege, Spartan Swole warrior. 2021, the Swole Force awakens. I love it. I love it. That's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. Absolutely killing it. Thank you so much for the novel, Pedro. I love it. I love it. Let's take one more. I love it. Absolutely love that shit. Swole Spartan. This one's from Jared. Happy Swole year, fam. I smashed some huge PRs and milestones for my final workout of the year. I've been trying to get to 3 plates on the squat and 4 plates on the deadlift for almost 2 years, and now I finally got them with some gas left in the tank, to be honest. The craziest part is that I haven't even been focusing on strength. The past 4 months have been more of a hypertrophy and volume focus, but man, I've apparently still made some crazy strength gains with it still. In 5 months, I added 30 pounds to the squat, 15 to bench, and 55 to deadlift, all with better form. I am now at a 315 pound squat, 255 pound bench, and a 430 pound deadlift, putting me into the 1,000 pound club, fam. I am so freaking stoked. I hope everyone has an awesome New Year's Eve, and best wishes to your 2021. Let's hope it's better than 2020. Shouldn't be that hard, though. Am I right? I don't know.
He's heating up. He's heating up.
I would be very cautious. No, we gotta look forward, and we gotta be amped up for 2021. But I think it's gonna be. Look, hey, yeah, I think it's gonna be 2020 part 2. But at the same time, we crushed it, fam. We crushed it in 2020. I hope it's 2020 part 2 for the successes. I hope like the world isn't 2020 part 2, but I think that goes without saying. Because now that we got super COVID, we're going to have super duper pooper COVID, and then we're going to have super duper COVID, triple tap, no backsies. You can't triple stamp, double stamp. You can't triple stamp, double stamp. COVID, something like that. There's something else coming. But anyway, yeah, that amazing. Pedro did a Christy length post.
Matt Damon.
Not Matt Damon for Christy. We love Christy. I love Christy. But just because I haven't hit the Matt Damon post, let's do a shit post. I'm just eager to hit that button. Should we get into something fun? Should we get into let's do one. Let's do one. What we got here? Oh my God. We got one to close out with. Let's close out with a shit post, shall we? Let's close out with one. We got a Virgie Tovar. Let's do a Virgie Tovar. and I smell some bacon for the room. So we got to wrap this up. Let me see. Interpret. Take another question or two, but drop some dookie in the comments if you want to look at something hilarious. Hilarious. Let's see. Interpret. Do you think social media plays a cardinal role? Look at you with your vocab. Look at you throwing around. In enhancing people's addiction. Addiction to what? I mean, social media is an addiction in itself. So social media is literally the goal of social media is to keep you addicted to social media. The goal of social media, the goal of YouTube is to keep you using YouTube. The goal of Facebook is to keep you on Facebook and track you in your sleep. But hey, yeah, a little more context. Happy to answer that one. They're talking about climate lockdowns to save the planet. Yeah, bullshit. Yep, that's a lie. That's a lie. Locking down to say that that's not going to save it. That's not going to fucking save it. Okay, let's get into a shitpost. Everyone's ready. Ho, ho, ho. What's in the box? A huge old pile of dookie.
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
Different types of addictions. Oh, well, be specific. Yeah, we can get into that. We're in some Duke posts. I can't handle that right now. Sorry. So good comment. Good comment. Let's see here. Sexual addiction, porn addiction. Hold on. We got Virgie. All right. So we got a quad here. Less than 1%. Less than 1% are the chances of a fat person becoming a thin person.
Matt Damon.
What? Less than 1%. That's the chance of a fat person becoming a thin person. Why is this worded like this? One, she's an idiot and she's manipulative. But who thinks I want to become a thin person? The term becoming, a fat person becoming, you're not going to morph. Okay? You're not a caterpillar. You're not a caterpillar. You mean the chances of a fat person losing weight? Losing fat? Like, what are you talking about? Where's this 1% come from? No one knows. 100%. But guys, fam, ladies, gentlemen, beaches, booshes, buses, hustles, and y'all hoes, there's 100% chance of this. 100% chance of a person who decides they are not going to perpetuate fat phobia improving the lives of others and themselves.
Matt Damon.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Wow.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's a percentage.
That doesn't make sense.
65% of the time, Virgie's right never of the time. That doesn't make sense. There's a 1% chance, it says less than, I forgot, less than 1% of a fat person becoming a thin person. What? There's a 100% chance of a person who decides they are not going to perpetuate fat phobia. So if you decide you're not going to perpetuate fat phobia, there's a 100% chance you improve the lives of others and of yourself. There's a 100% chance. This is some bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
There's some fucking bullshit in here. There's some bullshit in here. All right, we got a couple good shit posts for tomorrow, fam. That's enough for me. That's enough for me right there. Enough for me right there. Let's give away the Swole Slut card. If you drop the hashtag Swole Slut in the comments, you possibly might be a winner. Who's going to be a winner? Virgie she's a loser. You're not getting this, Virgie. No one wants you to slut around. Says no one ever. No one wants this. No one wants that. Amanda, congratulations! Amanda A, congratulations! You are the winner of this year's first Swole Slut card. Congratulations! Absolutely fantastic. Now, I know a lot of you are filthy whorish swole sluts. I know. But drop that hashtag down below. Make sure you're dropping those hashtags. Congratulations, Amanda. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 17, 0 dose. In the subject, mailing address in the body of the email will get you this card. And yeah, we'll get that right over there. Remember, fam, congratulations. And dudes, gentlemen, you could be a swole slut too. You could be a swole slut too. You absolutely can be. Remember to check out all the new programming. Let's put this beach away. Should we wrap this beach up? Come on, beach. Not yet, Falcon. Make sure you check out the new programming. You beaches, how many of you have checked out Swole Mastery, the new driving while gaining inside Swole TV? Make sure you check out the muscle masterclasses, and drop a comment. Drop a comment down below. Drop that comment down below when you enjoy the content. All right? When you watch that DWG, drop a comment. Let me know what you like. You thought it was lit. Papa gets lit. You sexy bitch. You sexy bitch. Sleep well, my little Tessie. Sleep well. Let's go. Goddamn Falcon. Holy shit. Hit that like button, hit the share button your way out. Oh yeah, we got this. Justin, where's the Muscle Masterclass located? In the Masterclass section. Just click on Masterclasses. Scroll down to your Masterclasses. Make sure you go and check that out. Masterclass. Very nice.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
Very nice. Nailed it. All right, fam. So 17 hundo and 2. We are well into the 17 hundos. If you're not yet a member, go check out the F Your Resolution specials at swolenormousx.com. And we got some more stuff coming. Remember, DWG was more lit like a bonfire. I'm stoked. We're going to have a lot of great stuff. You're welcome, Caroline. Thank you, Interpret, for here. You're a foxy person, Papa.
My name's Forrest Gump.
My name's Forrest Gump. What's your name? My name's Interpret. Hi, Interpret. I love you. What was I going to say here? I was going to do the big deal one.
I don't know how to
USA, greatest country in the world.
I've never been called Foxy before. Foxy. I remember Foxy from, was it Wayne's World? Foxy lady. So, anyway. I've never been called Foxy before. Way to go out with a bang, huh, Papa? Way to go out with a bang. The decision, cool down yoga or Swole Mastery? Too many choices. No. Never too much. Anyway, you got some new stuff. Check out the updates tab. Foxy lady. Go check out the updates tab. That will tell you we got the DWG, we got the Swole Mastery, we got Muscle Masterclasses, we got the new prenatal yoga, we got the postnatal dropping soon, got the new Genevieve, was the Morning Flow 3. Got so much stuff. Swing. Damn straight. Got so much stuff. So check out your updates tab. And of course, if you're not yet a member, you could join swolenormousx.com, subscribe to the podcast, check it out, all that content everywhere. Let's see where else. Papa Swolio at TikTok. Dropped a new video today, but lots of stuff coming on the Swolenormous YouTube channel as well. So make sure you're checking that out. Also got some foraging pillars and some salty sack coming this week. So I'm excited. 1702 tomorrow. Oh, that's right. On the way out. Tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So some of you we got a lot of questions today, but obviously tomorrow is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So we'll do just pure questions tomorrow. So if you have anything that didn't get answered today, come on back tomorrow. I'll be hitting you up and we'll get into that. All right. So peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose. Tomorrow, 1703, Papa Swolio. Out.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank
Oh, enough. She's in the nut. She's in the nut. Stop being such a... Stop being such a Steve Buscemi. The Boosh. Don't be a Boosh.
He's heating up!
Damn straight I'm fucking winning up. Oh, you already had your cookies. Who told you to keep my... You already fucking ate. Calm down. Bitch.
My shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no